Today I'm going to talk to you about how to document documentation time in Theranest. What you're looking at right now is my calendar in Theranest. In each of those blue time sections is an appointment. It's either a school support appointment, case management, telehealth mentoring, and that's about it. And those are the things that we are documenting in Theranest. Each of those things has a note attached to it. So you set up an appointment, and then there is a procedure for documenting your case notes for every type of appointment. That's covered in a different section. The time that it takes for you to do that in Theranest is considered documentation time. It's the documenting in Theranest time. One other thing that you document in Theranest is when you create a treatment plan. That is documentation time. When you record appointment logistics on a contact log, that's documentation time. So anything you put in Theranest as your evidence, for the note of what you did, that counts as documentation time. So we're going to create an appointment in Theranest for that. And the reason that it has its own appointment is because it is paid for from a different fund than the other appointments. So remember that the only things that CHADS can collect revenue from our funders are things that we have in Theranest. So those things are called billable time. Okay, so I've got these different appointments. So let's talk about how I would document that time. So first of all, it takes 5 to 10 minutes to make a full case note from an appointment that you had with mentoring a student. It takes 5 minutes or less usually to document your note for school support or case management, depending on how involved it was, because you're really just writing in the focus box for that one. So we would like you to keep track of that time on a weekly basis, and then ideally on a Friday, when a time you don't have another appointment, then you can put all the documentation time for the week in Theranest. And this is how that works. So to document in Theranest, you're actually going to search for yourself as the client. So I'm going to search for my name. And what I see is some practice clients that I created, but then I see Joan Hereford weekly documentation. So if I click on that, then this is me as a client for weekly documentation. So all the appointments that are set are the different documentation time that I have recorded. So the way you do this is pretty simple. So you set a new appointment, and I like to do it once a week. So I keep a log of all my documentation time for the week. And so this week, Friday is on the 9th. And so I select a time that's after hours for me. And let's say I had 45 minutes of documentation time this week. So I'll start at an after hours time of like 5, end of 5:45. So this doesn't have to be accurate in the sense that the exact time of day, it just has to be accurate in the total number of minutes. And so I set that, I hit save, then I go to agenda, and I find it on the agenda, and this is ahead in time. So here it is. I add a progress note, and I just write weekly documentation, and then I save an e-sign. So That's it. That is how you document weekly documentation.